There you go. Now the weird thing is Charlotte saying at WrestleMania.
Why is that weird?
So, well, I would assume the match would be at TakeOver WrestleMania and not actual WrestleMania, the pay-per-view. But it seems like they're going to have that women's match at WrestleMania instead of NXT TakeOver WrestleMania. Are you part of the people that feel like Charlotte shouldn't be getting a women's title match and it should be someone else from NXT, Dave?
No, I think she should be. Who else are you going to put against Rhea Ripley right now? Nobody. But it's a win-win situation for NXT.
Okay. Because
either Rhea Ripley beats Charlotte and gets that notch on her belt of beating one of the best women in the WWE, or Charlotte wins and she comes to NXT, because that's going to be beneficial for NXT to have Charlotte on there. And does anyone really want to see Charlotte versus Becky Lynch or Charlotte versus Bayley again?
Some people wanted to see her face Becky again.
Fuck that.
A lot of people are upset that Charlotte's getting this women's title match.
Who else are you going to put against her?
It's the whole four horsewomen thing, that we're getting more four horsewomen thrown down our throats. They could have easily put someone else against Rhea Ripley, but instead we're getting someone of Charlotte, who seems to be getting every title shot in the world. She's always put in the big spots, and she's treated like royalty, and everybody's already assuming that she's going to beat Rhea Ripley. And that's why they're upset that she's put into this match. And you make hold on. You make a good point at who could they put against Rhea Ripley at the moment. There's not really anyone that you could say that would be a bigger match than Charlotte versus Rhea. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, there isn't.
And she did win the Royal Rumble, and she was able to pick who she wanted to face. Am I correct on that as well?
Yeah, any champion, yeah.
So it's not like Vince McMahon said, all right, Triple H, we got to have Charlotte take on Rhea Ripley. I mean, he could have.
No, that's not how it went down. It was Triple H. Vince, please, let me have Charlotte. Please, let me have Charlotte. Come on, Vince. I need NXT's suffering down here. We need some star power. So
I feel like if Charlotte, other than maybe Bayley, if Charlotte would have picked Becky again, the fans would have been like, oh my God, this match again. We're going to get Becky and Charlotte again. The Four Horsewomen again on WrestleMania again. So it would have been a problem regardless if Charlotte faced whoever. They were going to bitch about it. So I feel like we should just kind of see where this goes. We're going to start seeing probably Charlotte more on NXT and less on Raw. So that should make some of you guys happy.
Yeah, it opens up spots for people on Raw. I mean, where Charlotte's not going to be on Raw every week, or maybe she'll do both, NXT and Raw, who knows. But
whoa, Ballard, thank you for those 25 bits there. Appreciate that, brother. Sean Ross, Mr. AEW asked if we agree with this tweet from Sean Ross Sapp. I'm sure Dave won't, but let's see what he had to say. But if she lost clean to Rhea, how does that make any sense? You lose, then hey, I get a rematch. This is why I think the Rumble winners should get to be able to have the WrestleMania match of their choice, not just the title of their choice. Do you agree with that?
What, saying that they should get a match of their choice, not a title?
That she should be able to pick whoever she wants to face.
Yeah, I mean, they put that stipulation in there, and this is also trying to build up NXT even more. So, yeah, why not? I mean, and Charlotte, whether people like it or not, she's a star, and she will bring. I'm not saying Charlotte's gonna make NXT beat AEW. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this will help the women's division, because you're gonna have someone like Charlotte who's been on Raw and SmackDown,
appreciate that,
and who knows what to do and how to act out there, and she can help teach these girls too.
Look at that bit jar. Bit jar is almost getting full there, man. Y'all have been bringing it tonight. High five to everyone giving bits tonight. Appreciate that very, very much. And what do you guys think in the chat room? Are you against Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley? Now, I know this match is not for another 2 months away, Dave. Thank you, Richie Vardy. Appreciate that. Early prediction, Dave. Do you see Charlotte walking out of WrestleMania the new NXT Women's Champion?
I do. I think she will win it. Yes.
I agree. I think she will win it as well at
Now, whether or
WrestleMania.
not that means she becomes NXT talent full time, I don't know. And if she does that mean the transfer of Charlotte to NXT helps transfer Baszler to Raw too now? So does that help that
Kind of like
situation?
a flip, like a little swap
Yeah,
between the
yeah.
brands there, little
Hey,
swap of
we get
between.
Charlotte and you get Baszler
Okay,
type thing.
all right. Ian Dunn, Kokina says Raw needs better women wrestlers. I agree with him on that. Ian Dunn says, so is WWE telling us that they can't have a decent WrestleMania match unless Charlotte is involved? Maybe. It seems that way. NXT has the best women's division in wrestling, says Square Circle Countdown. I can agree with him on that. Shroom Goon says, screw it. 4-way match, unify the women's division if it gets so much airtime as it is now. Noob says, Charlotte and Asuka are terrible at hinting for WrestleMania matches. Mr. AEW says, Raw actually have enough women wrestlers on the show. They just don't use them all. Bob Rushi says, Charlotte held the NXT Women's Championship before, right? Yes, she has.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up on the chat room, my guy. She basically saying Becky and Bayley aren't shit and I want a new challenge. That's what I said. Didn't I say that, Dave? Remember that, Dave? I was the first. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I was the first one to say that Charlotte was going to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. Because she's
You didn't
already...
say she was going to. You said she should.
No, I said she was, Dave.
It doesn't count until Corey Graves says it, and Ronda Rousey says it too. That's the only way it
And
counts.
it just made damn sense for her to go after that title and not face Becky and Bayley again. Everyone wants Yo to get a shot, says Steven 2411. That is very true, but she's
injured.
She is
so how could you
injured,
get
yeah.
a shot?
Same WWE problem. They can't seem to do anything to move the division forward unless Charlotte is involved, says Ian Dunn. Heather says, we still don't know who Bayley is going to fight. Yeah, that's very true. Could be Naomi. It could be Sasha Banks. Kokina says, send some of the women wrestlers back down to NXT. Bring up Rhea, Shayna, and Bianca. I'm sure, well, Shayna for sure. Rhea and Bianca, I'm sure they're on their way up soon as well.
Rhea is still really young, though. I think they're going to keep her down in NXT for a while with the whole AEW
I'm
thing.
against Charlotte versus anyone, says Beef Stew. Remember
But
NXT's... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I could see Charlotte facing Bianca on the NXT episode.
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. It's
Yeah,
going to happen.
whatever. I don't want to see her added to the match. Hell no.
Remember, NXT is head-to-head with AEW, so the more pop this generates for them, the better in Wednesday Night Wars. Red Sox says, well, Charlotte 0-1 versus AEW, says Red Sox fan. If you would have been here earlier, last night, we talked about this whole NXT. They're kind of just stuck in the 700,000 bubble right now. Vince has no other choice but to listen to Hunter and get any NXT talent on Mania, says Bob Aruski. Richie Vargas says maybe they're doing it for viewership. Shane, the OG, is here. Says, no, Charlotte is good, but most of the SmackDown and Raw feuds are getting old. Noob says, hopefully Charlotte will be in NXT because I'm tired of the fans complaining about the Kabuki Warriors coming back to NXT. Mr. AEW says, why does Dave hate Bianca? She isn't a terrible wrestler like some others are.
Like who? Like who? Who is she better than?
Oh, wow, Dave. You are I'm just going to name you the Bel Air hater.
I think she's a good wrestler. I mean, it's just like, okay, I think she's getting overly pushed in NXT, in my opinion. You know, Shirai should have won that Battle Royal, not her.
Okay. Shane the OG says, what if they have Charlotte win and then she claims she's too good for NXT and hold the belt hostage at SmackDown, and NXT gals have to come into SmackDown to get the title?
She's on Raw, so no one's going to SmackDown.
Yeah, I think he means Raw, but that's a one way of thinking about it there. Charlotte is a terrible wrestler. Bianca is definitely better than Charlotte, says Beef Stew.
I don't know about that.
Dave the Bel Air hater, says Noob. Yep. Maybe Bayley versus Candice. I don't know. That would be...
So you think Belair is better than Charlotte?
No, I don't think Belair is better than Charlotte. Belair's just kind of just gotten her wings into the, she's just barely flapping her wings, Dave. She's just getting there, jumping off the tree, flapping and flapping.
Yeah, but they've been pushing her way too hard. Ever since she's came up, they've been pushing her way too hard, in my opinion.
WWE has achieved their objective in cutting into the AEW audience, says Ian Dunn. My mom agrees with beef stew. My mom is a Charlotte hater. She does not like Charlotte. How many Spurs playing in the All-Star game? Red Sox fan.
It's not an All-Star
That's
game.
fine. But at the end of the day, does the Celtics win the championship, or you just be sitting at home again in the finals? Because that's probably what y'all are going to be